had just wrapped up a long day of meetings and negotiations in a distant city when my phone chimed unexpectedly. I was on the quiet flight home, my mind still sifting through the details of the business deal I had just finalized, when the screen lit up with a call from my 12-year-old son, Jason. Seeing his name on the caller ID made my heart skip a beat. I answered in a soft, concerned tone. "Jason? Hey, what's wrong?" His voice came through, unsteady and small, as if he were fighting back tears. "Dad, Mom kicked me out." Each word was heavy with pain and disbelief. A cold chill ran through me, twisting my stomach into knots. I had spent countless nights at home sensing the growing distance between Olivia and me, but never had I imagined that our fractured relationship would shatter our family like this. The image of Jason, alone outside in the cold, with nothing but a small backpack, flashed in my mind. I gripped the phone tighter, as if holding onto it could steady the ground slipping from beneath me. "Jason, why?" "What did she say?" I asked, my voice tight with emotion. He hesitated, searching for the right words. Then, with quiet devastation, he whispered, "She said, we weren't needed anymore." In that single moment, my world came crashing down. A searing rage flared inside me, at the betrayal, at the heartlessness, at the woman I had once trusted to protect our family. Olivia, my wife of 14 years, had been distant and secretive lately, but I never thought she was capable of this. How could she turn away our son without a trace of remorse? Memories flooded my mind. Jason's laughter echoing through our home, the promises we had made to shield him from life's hardships. A fierce determination took root inside me, mingling with the grief. "Where are you now?" I asked, already rising from my seat. "Aunt Michelle's house," he replied, his voice faint but steady. Relief washed over me. He was safe, at least for now. But the weight of what had just happened pressed down on me, leaving me reeling. In my mind, I saw him standing on a dimly lit street corner, his backpack a silent testament to a childhood abruptly shattered. Without hesitation, I grabbed my phone, fingers trembling as I booked the next flight home. The irony was cruel. Just hours ago, I had been celebrating a career milestone, and now I was racing to rescue my son from a home that had become unrecognizable. It felt like I had been thrust into one of those interactive stories I used to play in my spare time, where every decision had dire consequences. But this wasn't a game. This was real. And Olivia had just made the worst mistake of her life. As the plane ascended above the gloomy clouds, my mind churned with memories of the past and the stark contrast of the present. I replayed every moment of our marriage, searching for a clue, a warning, something that could have prepared me for this. In the quiet cabin, I made a silent vow. Nothing would destroy the bond between me and my son. Each second of that flight was a battle against my own emotions, worry for Jason, fury at Olivia, and an unshakable resolve to reclaim what was mine. How had everything crumbled so fast? How had I been reduced to this? A man fighting to protect his child from the very woman who had promised to love him. Then, as if the universe wasn't done twisting the knife, my phone buzzed. I reached for it, expecting a message from Michelle or Jason. Instead, it was a text from Olivia. "I'm moving on, you should too. My boyfriend is moving in. Don't make this harder than it needs to be." The words hit me like ice water to the face. A mixture of fury and disbelief surged through me. My grip on the phone tightened as I stared at the message, the final confirmation of what I had suspected for months. I had noticed the signs, the late nights, the new wardrobe, the subtle yet deliberate distance. I had ignored them, convincing myself they were insignificant. But now, the truth was laid bare. Olivia hadn't just left me. She had discarded our son like he was an inconvenience. A slow, cold smile spread across my face. She had underestimated me. Oh, Olivia, you have no idea what's coming. That was the moment everything changed. The years of patience, of compromise, of biting my tongue. They were over. The same calculated precision I used in business negotiations now coursed through my veins, sharpening my focus. I had a plan, one that had been forming in the back of my mind long before this moment. With steady hands, I opened my email. A message from my lawyer waited for me, confirming the final adjustments I had made weeks ago. I had prepared for this. Olivia's name had already been removed from the deed. I had built this life from the ground up. Every sacrifice, every late night, every battle fought had been for Jason and me. Olivia had no right to dismantle it without consequences. As the plane began its descent, my path became clear. This wasn't just about confronting Olivia. This was about securing my son's future, about ensuring that no one, not even his own mother, would ever make him feel unwanted again. She thought she had won. She thought she could erase us from her life without a second thought, but she was wrong. Because I wasn't just coming home. I was coming home to take everything back. Please subscribe my channel.